Hello. Hope you have time for a few more jokes. A painter goes to the gallery where he's showing his paintings. Painter to the gallery owner. How am I selling? Gallery owner. Well, there's good news and bad news. A man came and asked me if you were a painter whose work would become more valuable after your death. When I told him I thought you were, he bought everything you had in the gallery. Painter. Wow, that's terrific. What's the bad news? He was your doctor. Mrs. Goldstein was walking down the street with her two grandchildren. A friend stopped to ask how old they were. She replied, "The doctor is 5 and the lawyer is 7. Customer in a restaurant. How do you prepare your chickens? Cook. Oh, nothing special really. We just tell them they're going to die. A snail was mugged by 2 turtles. When the police asked what happened, he said, "I don't know. It happened so fast." There's a knock on the door. When the woman answers it, there's only a snail. She picks it up and throws it across the yard. 2 weeks later, there's another knock on the door. The woman answers the door, and there's the snail again. The snail says, "What was that all about?" Interviewer. Sir, you have amassed a considerable fortune over your lifetime. How did you make your money? Millionaire. I made it all in the carrier pigeon business. Interviewer. Carrier pigeons? That's fascinating. How many did you sell? I only sold one, but he kept coming back. George was having trouble with a toothache, so he decided to visit his dentist. What do you charge for extracting a tooth? George asked. $50, replied the dentist. $50 for only 2 seconds of work, exclaimed George. Well, replied the dentist, if you wish, I can extract it more slowly. Francophones in Canada like to tell this one. What do you call a Canadian who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. What do you call a Canadian who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. And what do you call a Canadian who speaks only 1 language? English. An angler was doing what anglers like to do best when a stranger came along and asked, "Having any luck?" "Sure am," the fisherman replied. "Why, I've only been here for a couple of hours, and already I've caught 30 trout." "Aha!" the stranger ahaed. "Do you know who I am?" "No, who?" "I'm the game warden." The fisherman raised his eyebrows slightly, nodded, and asked, "Do you know who I am?" "No." "Well," our hero replied, "I happen to be the biggest damn liar in the whole province." When 2 tickets to the theater arrived in the mail, with a note attached saying simply, "Guess who?" Mr. and Mrs. McDonald took advantage of the gift and enjoyed the evening out, all the while trying to figure out who it was who sent the tickets. On their return home, they found that their home had been ransacked, their silver was missing, and Mrs. McDonald's jewelry box was gone. There was a note on the coffee table in the same handwriting that was on the gift card. This note said, Now you know. A Canadian farmer was making his way down the country road with a load of manure in the wagon behind his tractor. A U.S. tourist pulled up alongside and asked, "Say, what you got in the wagon, old man?" "Horse manure," the farmer told him. "What do you use it for?" "Going to spread it on my strawberries," the farmer explained. "Boy, you Canadians sure have strange tastes. Down home, we use cream." A man asks a fortune teller what heaven is like. The fortune teller gazes into her crystal ball and says, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that there are several golf courses in heaven, and they are incredibly beautiful." "Wow, terrific. What's the bad news?" "You have an 8:30 tea time tomorrow morning." Last one. Explaining why the keys of his piano were so yellow, Victor Borge insisted that it was not because the piano was old, but because the elephant smoked too much. And that's it. Hope to see you again sometime.